And Chairman of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, Kehinde Shobowale, joins me for more on the strike. Good to have you join us.
Thank you so much.
Now, your strike, the strike by JUSUN has now entered the third day, and this strike is to press home the demand for financial autonomy for the third arm of government, which is especially at the state level. So, at this point, what is your level of engagement with the state governors?
Let me speak for Lagos, where I am very conversant with. The state government, we're lucky to have a responsive state government, and we're also lucky to have good management. They have opened up consultation with us as of yesterday, and the consultation is ongoing, but the strike too is ongoing. Until we get to our Eldorado, we won't budge.
So what is the basis for this negotiation? Because we're also hearing that the Attorney General of I think that should be JUSUN State, is also asking for JUSUN officials to come for some level of negotiation. What is the basis for this negotiation? And you just mentioned until you reach your Eldorado. And what is that Eldorado?
Total financial autonomy for judiciary. Total. Judiciary is the third arm of government. We can't be the banished child of the federation. That's why we said total autonomy. Give us our resources, give us what the Constitution has given to us, and let us operate at optimum capacity so that we can serve the public that the Constitution has created us to serve. Judiciary is a service organization, but give us tools to ultimately do this job to the satisfaction of everybody so that Nigerian democracy can still be entrenched further. And that's all.
Absolutely. This is a tenet or one of the provisions of the Constitution. Yes. But for those who do not really understand why this strike is on, for example, there are people who have gone to court for one reason or the other and have been sent back because, you know, courts are closed. Help us understand the impact of not having in place the financial autonomy for judiciary on your daily work, because a lot of people really just don't understand it.
Well, let's take it this way. The Constitution has given us something. The founders of this nation, the writers of the Constitution, are so wise enough to know that the judiciary has to be independent. They don't have to lean on anybody, so that it could be the hope of the common man. It could be the last hope of anybody. Now, if judiciary doesn't have its autonomy, and if we have to go cap in hand to the governors, if we have to go cap in hand to the president, if we have to go cap in hand to whoever we want to go cap in hand for fund or for logistic support, you know, we will pay the piper. At times, we'll take the tune. This could, I'm not saying it's affecting us, but it will get to a stage that it could affect us. And that's why the union felt at the national that this fight is, a lot of people felt this fight is not our fight. But we tell them, we are the vehicle. We have the bar, we have the bench, but we are in between the bar and the bench. We are like the vehicle that drives. So wherever they drive us to, we go. But if we know that if our drivers are not free, then the vehicles wouldn't be managed well. And that is the angle that the staff union is coming in. That we obey the Constitution so that we can discharge our duty to the best of standard across the world. But
this is really more at the state level, because we know that the president has signed an executive order to this regard. So it is really more at the state level. We also know now that the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Mohammed Tanko, has now intervened, asking for asking your union to call off the strike. So are you going to listen to that call, or your strike is going to go on? Because one would think that in the sense of it, he is the father of the judiciary at this time.
Well, the national body is still meeting. I'm the Lagos State chairman, but I'm a member of the NEC also. And from the feeling I'm getting from the NEC, they met, and the meeting was a family meeting, and a family decision was taken. And as far as I'm concerned, the strike is ongoing until the NEC meets again and said, we have gotten what we want.
So we'll continue. I mean, in a country where cases continue to drag, these people will say that this just continues to drag those cases even more. But we also understand that you're fighting for something that is provided in the Constitution. So we'll see how this plays out in the coming days. Chairman of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, Lagos Chapter, Kende Shobowale, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much for having me.